Stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Guys, JC at the SHOT Show once again 2025. I'm at the DiscoveryOpt booth. You guys know how much I love these scopes, and guess what? They happen to be here at the SHOT Show, and Andrew here is going to be nice enough to talk about some of the products here.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
it. Privilege.
Yes.
Absolutely. We are very aware of your channel and airguns in general. Discovery has made huge improvements, and they've gone into the airgun industry now with some optics. You've been doing a great job of highlighting that. We love it. I get to talk to you guys about some improvements on the 5 to 25, which is a very serious optic for springers, PCPs, rimfire. We're huge in NRL 22 right now. That's really big. And then also in center fire. I've actually run a 5 to 25 out to a mile. So here's the 5 to 25.
Seriously?
Out to a mile, 300 PRC. Yep, and so
I told you they have clear optics.
Yeah, the capability is there. And with the 5 to 25, I love this optic, but there's a couple improvements or upgrades, just some new features that I think are going to be really neat. If you remember our Gen 1, the Gen 1 throw lever was maybe a little different than this. Yeah. It was secured differently. Huge improvement here. All the dials and functions are very smooth on these, which is a sign of internals, that the internals have been machined properly. So they're smooth, but they're not loose. Gotcha. And they're not tight, because tight is the cheap way to do good. Yeah. But you want to be right in that sweet spot. So you're going to find with these, the sweet spot has been hit when it comes to the parallax, which is a nice oversized parallax wheel as usual. We're all used to that. Yep. It's very, very smooth, not gritty, and it's going to help you really fine tune, like airgun especially, get really fine tuned for those close shots. Another feature that's new, you can see on the turret here, there's something different. Yes. This is a toolless option that we're going to see in 2025. Really, really cool to see it on a 5 to 25. It's also on the 636 that we'll talk about in a second. These optics have 36 mils of internal elevation. It's huge. Now, you're going to have to, air guns, and you're going to have to put me to the test on this. Yes. But I have taken an HW97 with this optic, and on my HW97 running an 8, I think it's an 8 grain JSB, something like that. Okay. Or maybe it was H&N.
That must be a 177 caliber.
It was, yep. It was a 177. At 200 yards, I can hit pop cans.
At 200 yards?
At 200 yards. It is a lot of elevation. I'm using all the holdover, and I have a canted base. It's true. Yeah. But this can handle that Springer, and the image is sustained. It's good. Yeah. It's a clear image. So I'm really happy with that. And now, if you're in a temperature-sensitive environment, or you have a gun that's starting to change pressure, maybe PCPs, you can actually change your zero set without a tool. All I need to do is dial, just using my thumbs. Yep. I can take that off and reset my zero without having a tool in my pocket. Nice. That's really nice. I like to actually set my zeros a little bit, just a little bit, so they have some space negative dialing. I like to set them up like that. And it's nice to be able to make that adjustment on the fly without grabbing a tool. If you get too tight, it does have a coin slot on top, and the same thing for the windage on this side. That's a huge improvement. People like me, I'm looking for those little nuanced increases that are value to the customer. That is a value. Not to mention, we do have flip-up covers, and we've got a collimator out here today. Do you know why we have a collimator out here?
Explain that one to me.
So this is to test reliability, return to zero, that sort of thing for internal tracking. Okay. When it comes to optics, if you dare to put exposed turrets on an optic, they better track. Yeah. They need to return to zero at the very least. Yeah. And these optics are tested, their quality control features that they have as a brand, they're testing these optics in-house to make sure that they are going to live up to the expectation of a person who's actually grabbing onto these and dialing on them. It's super important with these. And then if I can walk you through the 6 to 36 a little bit, go ahead and hold that one so they can see it. Yeah. This is another exciting optic. 6 to 36, sorry, this is the 5 to 25. If you want to bring the 636 over, Link, The 6 to 36 is probably a little more interesting to talk about today.
So we'll set that
Lots
one
of
down
interest
there.
in this one.
There we go.
So
this is 6 by 36?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a huge range.
Wow.
You're going to see the new improved magnification cattail or assist lever there. Still, it's a smooth dial. You don't necessarily need this, but it sure helps when
It's
you're going
convenient.
from 6
Yeah.
to 36 is a big range, right?
It's a big range, yes.
So if you're trying to get quick field of view, whether you're in a competition or maybe if you're using small game varminting PCP, getting down to 6 power quick for a closer shot. It has the large, oversized parallax wheel that does focus down pretty darn close. That's a nice feature.
You guys can see that right here.
Yep. Side illumination, very nice clicky illumination with off in between. I think that's the only way to do illumination. I think you got to have off in between so you don't have to cycle all the way through. This is a 35 millimeter tube, and Discovery
that is one
produced.
big diameter.
It is. Well, it gives you more internal elevation. If you could just lift it up just a little higher. There we go.
That's true.
So this has 35 millimeter for a tube size. Discovery has 35 millimeter rings. The problem in the past with 35 millimeter optics is there are very few rings.
Really
and
difficult to find.
They're really expensive. Discovery has lapped rings. The inner bore grinding on these is excellent, and the fit and finish is going to be higher than what you've ever experienced out of probably Chinese-made rings in general.
I just can't believe the price point on this. In fact, I showed you guys those on a recent video. It is unbelievable, the price point on this.
And a couple things that are going to come with rings like this that are unique is you do have your markings on there for torque specs. A lot of times people just don't know what they're doing. And
overtying them.
They'll strip them out. It'll happen. And so torque specs on there, grab a fat wrench and you're set. And that's on every component of the ring. On top of that, there are some new rings coming out that are going to be like more of the diving board style. It's a very modern style for one piece. We're going to see more of those coming up. But 36 mils of internal elevation available on this, which is bonkers.
No, that's crazy. One thing I can't get over, honestly, and you guys know I talked to you about this many a times, is how clear the glass is on these. The glass is just unbelievable. And the other thing, as you guys know, I mentioned many a times, is just the focus and the eye relief. It's so easy to when you're trying to get on target fast. It is just so easy. It's almost like it just grabs your eye. It really does.
And if you don't mind me mentioning, John, I think in the last 3 years, you've been tracking Discovery for a while. In the last 3 years, Discovery has really made a jump. It's a noticeable jump. In all forms of reliability or increases in glass quality. The ED line is a noticeable increase over previous HD series, and these all Springer guys especially who are listening right now and they're interested in what I'm talking about. This optic and this optic they're under $1,000. These are affordable. The 6 to 36 is going to come in under $1,000, and the 5 to 25 can be had for under $500 in US. These have a lifetime warranty. Springer guys need a lifetime warranty. They do things, your rifle falls over, maybe it's not even your fault. They have a warranty that's going to hold up, and we have some guys here with us today who know what the returns look like, and there's not a lot. There's not a lot of returns.
But a lifetime warranty, that's pretty impressive.
It is.
Especially at that price point.
Well, I think you wanted to hear a little bit more about thermal. And we have an in-house expert who can
let's bring in the in-house expert and talk a little bit about the thermo. They're coming out with a new thermo system here. So I figured you guys might be interested in this. All right, buddy, so this is your new thermo, huh?
Yeah, so we have some new thermal products, and then just like our daytime optics, and we really want to allow more people to enjoy the fun of shooting part into the night. So that we're stepping into the thermal game with our new thermal imager. We call this imagers because this one you guys can see. Oh, sorry, this way. It has a very good, very clear LED screen on it.
Nice.
And then
nice
this one,
screen.
I'm holding is actually a 640 by 480 sensor. It has an effective range all the way out to 800 yards.
Wow.
And a very clear image, and we really hammered.
And this is a thermo, right?
Yes, it
so
is.
So it picks
thermal.
up heat traces.
Yes. So the core function, including there's a laser rangefinder, and also built-in ballistic computer and software. So basically, you can range it with it, and then it will solve the ballistic as you do it on the app, also on the machine here.
Wow.
So and different color modes, of course, and digital zoom. And I think the best thing about these products are they are very versatile. So you can put them on the like this stick. It's come in with the box, and when you take it off, and then you can mount it on a rifle. And
or you can mount it on a rifle.
Yeah, exactly. And
Exactly.
yeah, so the price point on these are we consider very affordable. So the 640 sensor core one is going around in between 1 to 1.5K, and this 256 one is it'll be in between 5 to 1K.
Oh,
500
so
to
between
1K.
500 and 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. And now, what type of warranty do these have with them?
So we cover our rifle scope with a lifetime warranty, but
Okay.
you know, electronics are a little bit different. So
Yeah.
we do have a 2-year
2-year?
unlimited warranty. If the things break within 2 years, we'll replace it.
So those of you guys who like to shoot at night, do some pest control at night, this would be right down your alley. You're hunting guests. Wow. Yeah, I'm just absolutely thrilled with your products. I cannot believe them. I just tested one out one time and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So then what I do is I kept trying some different stuff, and you guys know this is one of my absolute favorite scopes out there, especially for the price point. So guys, I will leave you a link below so you guys can check out their website, you can check out their products. But as you know, I am a huge fan of that, and I was lucky I saw you guys. So hey, I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for your time on the video too.
You got it. All right.